So Netflix, Hulu, HBO now, services like that are majorly disrupting the cable TV world right now. Probably don't have to tell you, you're watching me on YouTube. You're probably of the generation of the mindset that's probably getting away more and more from TV, more and more plugging into YouTube, Hulu, that kind of thing. Right now, the royalties that are being offered for these streaming services are pretty embarrassingly low. I get royalties from all these internet streaming sites all the time, and they are pennies compared to what I'm making on the TV royalties that I get from all the TV shows that are using my music. So when I first started seeing these royalty checks, I was like, oh, that's cool. Making a couple extra dollars here and there from something on Netflix, right on. And I didn't think much of it. But then Netflix was growing, right? It started to grow and grow and grow. And now I'm seeing the numbers that cable subscriptions are dying and dying and dying. And people are canceling and bailing and going to the internet. As they should, because cable TV sucks compared to what you can get online. I mean, you can find the most entertaining videos ever on YouTube. Stuff that, like, I kind of feel I was robbed from when I was growing up. I mean, the stuff that I was subjected to from just watching TV, and now I see what you can watch on YouTube. I'm like, damn, I really got robbed of a lot of good content, but whatever, I'm enjoying it now. So it's getting bigger, and it's going to obviously become the future of how people get all of their content, right? Cable TV is going away. It will be dead. It'll be the typewriter. You'll have a couple of them around, but it's not as big as it ever was, So, what does this mean for me and for you if you're trying to do TV, film, music licensing? It's kind of scary to think that, like, well, the new medium is paying pennies and it's not going to do that great. So what's going to happen? So I get this all the time. This is a very common, concern. And I think it's something that you should be looking out for in the future, just to be prepared for it. But the reason why I really don't lose any sleep over it, and it's not something that bothers me at all, is because two things are always consistent, basically, no matter what time period you're living in or when you're studying this phenomenon. These two things absolutely do happen. Number one, change is constant, right? So these streaming services seem like this intruder that right now the royalty structure don't seem so generous. So we think that that'll be the future, that like everybody will just be making little pennies and crumbs and that'll be it. And that's the end of licensing as we know it. But that even is not going to maintain stability as is right now, right? This is not the new status quo, that there will be pennies and pennies, that's all you'll get, and there'll be nothing else for you to be able to make money off of. Because before cable TV and entertainment basically that came through the television, how much money was being made through music licensing, right? Not that much. Some movies use some music, that was about it. That was really it. So this whole industry exploded and created trillions of dollars for musicians and producers. So we can all bitch and complain about the changing times and how this is not as good as it used to be. And yeah. Okay, great. Things always change, right? And there was probably always a time in history where it seemed like it was dark right before the dawn hit, right? It seemed like it was hopeless before an entirely new industry popped up and completely blew open the door for billions or trillions of dollars to be created, basically out of nothing that wasn't there before. So, yes, right now, we're a little bit in that dark before the dawn. It doesn't look that good right now. Being honest with you, it's not something I'm very excited about, getting pennies for royalties for these streaming sites, right? But a couple things will be changing, okay? If very little money is being made from music from these streaming sites and they become all there is to get entertainment anymore, do you think that high quality musicians and producers will stick around in an environment where they're making 10 cents, 20? No, they can't, obviously, right? I'm gone. I'll be out of here. If that's all I'm making with streaming services and I can't pay my bills with that, I'm out. I'll find something else to do, all right? I got bills to pay too. So high quality producers and musicians will not stick around in an environment that's not profitable. So all the producers of content in that world will not have high quality music to choose from. And you guys know, if you don't know, high quality music is the number one thing that content producers need to make sure they have to sell whatever it is they're selling. A product, a TV show, a commercial, a car, a movie, it doesn't matter. Without motivating and inspiring and high quality, well-produced tracks, It's not going to move butts. Nobody's going to go do the thing that they want to do unless the music there is to help reinforce the brand or the emotion or the mood, okay? So they will run away. They will go somewhere else. They'll find something else. So that could put pressure on the companies to go, you know what? We need to attract some talent, right? It's how the economy works. You start squeezing out the little guys and you start, nickel and diming all the people that you really depend on. Eventually they leave. They go somewhere else. They find something else to do. And you're left with the royalty-free kind of whatever beats that are like, some of them are okay, but, getting somebody to do a custom job, and you're not willing to pay decent money, probably won't find them anymore. And so they really will hurt for it. And so there will be a sort of this is like one scenario. There'll be a revitalizing of their evaluation of music. So they'll have to inject new resources to say, hey, we really screwed up. We need to get these people back. Come on, up the rates. Let's go to Congress. Let's make sure people are getting better royalty rates. There's many different things that can happen, but that could be one. I think what's more likely is, if you're not aware, virtual reality is one new amazing, incredible technology that's really around the corner. That will be, I believe, right? Big prediction for my part, but I believe will completely replace all entertainment forms that we have now. I mean, right now we get lost in a movie and that's pretty fun. For about 2 hours, we kind of become lost in somebody else's world. Well, imagine strapping on a virtual reality headset where you are in the world for 2 hours, right? And you're talking to virtual people and there's music all around you and it's in 3D and you're feeling things and you're moving through motion and you're traveling to the stars and you're having emotional, things being manipulated upon you and you're absolutely going for a crazy, intense emotional roller coaster. It's going to put every Hollywood movie to shame. You're going to feel like you got cheated watching movies your whole life. Like that crap was nothing compared to what we're doing with this virtual reality stuff. And guess what? Virtual reality will need music in it. Lots of high quality, awesome music. And I think that people who want to sell and they'll probably be called experiences rather than movies, obviously. So you come and try the blah, blah, blah experience, right? They're going to be needing awesome high quality music to be coinciding with those experiences. So that's a whole new industry that could blossom and blow up and create new income streams for us. And in that world, you can track how many times somebody has gone on a particular experience or how many times a particular experience has been used, right? So let's say somebody, one particular virtual reality ride has been used 1 million times. Well, you can track all that. There's metadata. You can see how long your song was placed, whatever. It's very traceable. So the ability to report on that kind of use would be there built into it. So it wouldn't be hard. It's not like a video game where if you have a song in a particular level, you don't really know, you don't have metadata like how many times all your players went to that side of the level and heard that song, right? That's why there's no royalties associated with video games. But with this virtual reality thing, I think there absolutely could be. So, and there's many other things that are happening. You guys are aware that we are on a very fast pace to exponentially be increasing all of our technology. So, cell phones are doubling in basically power and, and abilities, basically every year. Computers are doing the same thing. And you're seeing now it's speeding up. Driverless cars are around the corner. We got SpaceX flying reusable rockets. That was kind of unthinkable a couple of years ago. I mean, the world is going to be getting stranger and stranger as time goes on. But the one thing that I am resting assured of, and I don't lose any sleep over again, is that music is in the heart and soul of everybody. And everybody needs music. Everybody loves music. And if you love and need something, you will value that thing by paying for it, right? You'll have to buy the things that you love and that make your life better. Not to mention the fact that new musical instruments and new ways to create music are coming out all the time, and allowing producers and musicians like myself to be even more creative and kind of stretch the barriers and the boundaries of what I thought would be possible for myself. I love it all. I'm a complete positive person about the future. Some people get a little bit, the future's going to be bad, or we're slipping away from our roots as humanity, and I'm just not of that mindset. If you don't feel that way, not trying to convince you. I don't really care how you feel about it. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. I'm excited about the future. I think we're on our way towards some really amazing things as a species. And I'm just excited to be alive right now, to see all this change happening and to see where, this world is going, and also, more specifically where this industry is going. So I hope you stay positive. I know that there's plenty of room still for more producers and musicians to get into this business and make this their full-time gig. So please don't let fear and doubt of the future stop you really from getting started.